Bang! Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, it's going to be smoking. Look, it's going to be swearing. Look, you've been warned. So look, here I come. In 3, look, 2, look, 1. Bang! Welcome, everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Welcome. My name is Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. Oh, the greatest show on earth. The greatest show. In the multiverse. It's the greatest in the daggone multiverse. We have a great one for you today. Bang! Today is Cryptocurrency Blockchain News ETF edition. I know you've heard all the news. I know everyone's waiting. Shomari, what's he going to say? Oh my gosh. Look. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But?
Oh, fuck. I hate when Shomari says but.
I know you guys hate when I do that. But I have to tell you the truth about these things, okay? So we'll get there when we get there. But we're going to go through all the ETFs. Okay? I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay? I love you guys. You know, that's why I tell you. Don't worry, we're getting them. But just I have to say some stuff to you. So the first ETF we're going to talk about is the Valkyrie ETF. And they applied for their Nasdaq listing today. Bang! We're going to read about that, and I'm going to explain what that means. And then we're going to talk about the ProShares Bitcoin ETF listing. Again, I'm going to explain that and what it means. And then over in Europe, Jacobi Asset Manager, they're launching a Bitcoin ETF in Guernsey, someplace Guernsey or something. I've never heard of that place. But look. And that's a spot market ETF, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to do the shout-outs and the daily summary as usual. All right. So let's proceed how we proceed. And then we'll get into the stuff, okay? So always we start with a bang. Yes. And we head on over here and do a little bit of refresh. All right, price of Bitcoin, $61,554. Obviously, Bitcoin's flying because of hopes of these ETFs coming out next week. And when I left you yesterday, we were at $58,836. Fuck, we blasted off really fast, huh? Remember last week we were still bouncing around in the 40s. All right. So we've gone up. What's this? 2,718. So price of Bitcoin, we've gone up $2,718. All right, let's do how we do. Top 10 of the day, brothers and sisters. You know who they are. Whoa. Oh, so let me get settled in here. All right, top 10 of the day. You know who they are. The usual suspects. Top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Tether, XRP, Solana, Polkadot, USD Coin, and Dogecoin. Let's look at the market moves of the day. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Oh, look at Stellar. Bang. Yes. Single digits up, single digits down. V-Chain. I ain't even talking to you until you get to 20 cents again, motherfucker. Daggone. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Oh, look at the graph. 17% up. Bang, bang. Look at you. Single digits up, single digits down. 2. Single digits up, single digits down. All right, let's see who lost money today. If you see anything on here you like, go get it, because it's on sale. All right. Top 10 losers. New Cypher, XDC Network, Decred, Revain, Monero, Waves, Ren, Axie Infinity, Tether, and Day, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's look at who made money today. Bang! Top 10 gainers. The Graph, AMP, Shiba Inu, Qcoin, Stellar, Thorchain, Internet Computer, Polkadot, Engine, Coin, and Dash. Let's look at total market cap. Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Look. All right. Total market cap, $2.509 trillion.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we like it. And when I left yesterday, we were at 2.413 trillion. So we've gone up. What we got here? $0.096 trillion.
Daggone.
Beautiful. What do we got in volume? Yes, mediocre. Just kidding. Anything over 100 grand is great. Well, I guess 100 billion. My bad. 100 billion. 100 billion. My bad. Top, what do you call this? 24-hour volume is $114.8 billion. When I left yesterday, we were at $113.7 billion. So we've gone down $1.1 billion. All right, now let's get to the juice and let me explain some shit. Daggone. All right. Bang! Breaking. NASDAQ listing hints that SEC may soon approve ETF allocation. So I want you to understand this. I want you to read the words. May soon approve the application, okay? So what happened? So I know. I'm going to explain everything, okay? Pay very close attention to today's show, okay? Because it's complicated. It's a little complicated. And so I want to explain it to you guys. And believe me, don't listen to these little crypto nerds. I'm going to explain to you how it really is, all right? They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So today what happened was Valkyrie, they applied for a listing on the NASDAQ, and it was approved. Now, what you have to understand is, so here's Valkyrie. Here's the company, all right, whatever. Well, whatever. Just forget the hand thing. But just Valkyrie has applied for an ETF. Now, they think that their ETF is going to be approved next week. And so what they've done is they've gone to the NASDAQ and said, if my application is approved, can I list it with you? So the NASDAQ has approved that, saying, yes, if the SEC approves you, you can list your thing here, which also shows us, these guys are going to the NASDAQ for their Bitcoin ETF. Makes sense. The NASDAQ is sort of a tech-heavy exchange. So that's what's happened. The NASDAQ has said, yes, we give you the listing. But the SEC has not approved it yet. And what you have to understand about the SEC is that you older cats, you're going to remember this. If you're new to this channel or you just don't know, I'm going to explain something to you. So, guys, you older cats, Edwin, you guys, remember back in the days when BACT, remember BAKKT, BACT, applied to the SEC to sell Bitcoin futures, physically settled Bitcoin futures, right? So they applied. The SEC went through its 240-day maximum and didn't give an answer. Remember that. The SEC did not approve it. BACT is not approved by the SEC, but the SEC also did not deny it. You see, in the SEC, when you apply to something with the SEC, three things can happen. Your application can be approved, which is great. It can be denied, yeesh, or they just do not answer. And then it's up to you to decide whether you want to launch it or not. And so BACT, BAKKT, that exchange right there, or that futures exchange, they're not approved. Yeah, but they also weren't denied. So they just launched their thing. And so that's what a lot of people are looking at when it comes to these Bitcoin ETFs, is that the SEC has not approved Valkyrie. As you can see, may soon approve. But they also have not denied Valkyrie. So what Valkyrie is doing is they're getting set, and if the SEC does not approve or deny them, they're going to launch. So I want you to understand that this is not approved. And I also want you to understand this. Monday morning, SEC can come out and say, denied. All right? So this is not set in stone. These little crypto nerds, They get excited and they don't know much about the markets now. They know about programming computers, and so they don't get it, right? So Valkyrie has not been approved yet. They've been approved by the Nasdaq that if they get approval from the SEC, the Nasdaq says, well, fuck yeah, dog. Come put your ETF with us. All right, you guys get it now. All right, so now we're going to read. I know it's complicated shit because a lot of people are freaking out today to me. Shomari ETF, Shomari ETF, Shomari. It's like, look, dog. Until it's approved, it ain't approved. Okay? Or until the time runs out. Like I said, like with Backed. What the SEC did was they didn't approve Backed, but they didn't deny it either. So when the time runs out, if the SEC doesn't answer you, you're allowed to launch your thing. The only problem is if you launch something without approval, yeah, well, later down the road, the SEC can say, oh, well, we changed our mind. Yeah, you got to stop doing that. Right? That's the difference. That's why you want approval, because now, you're locked in. You're set in. I mean, no one's going to come along later and tell you, hey, you got to stop that, right? You got to stop selling these futures or, these swaps or options or whatever you're doing, right? So I want everyone to get that. This is not set in stone yet. These are not approved yet. Their NASDAQ listing application has been approved, but not the ETF. All right. So now let's read. Oh, well, look, fuck, it says it right here. Let's read the byline. NASDAQ's Vice President of Listing Qualifications, so getting listed on the NASDAQ, Una Choi, said shares of Valkyrie's Bitcoin ETF had been certified for listing on the exchange. Right? So they're certifying it. They're saying, look, if you're approved, right? This is the listing qualifications. What qualifies you to get listed? Approval. Or at least not denial. Right? Okay, so now let's read on. So the United States Securities Exchange Commission may soon approve an application by Valkyrie for a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. Okay, may soon. Well, and actually has to be by next week. With the shares to be listed on the NASDAQ stock market. According to an October 15th notice from the SEC, the agency has accepted the registration request for shares of Valkyrie's Bitcoin Strategy ETF for listing on NASDAQ. Right? So the application that they approved was for Bitcoin, Valkyrie's Bitcoin ETF to be listed on the NASDAQ pending approval. Right? So yeah, if you're approved, yeah, you can put your shit on the NASDAQ. That's basically what that is. So in a letter from NASDAQ Vice President of Listing Qualifications, Una Choi, filed the same day, the exchange said Valkyrie Bitcoin ETF shares had been certified. So the NASDAQ is saying, hey, we're down. All right. He's like, sure. Of course. Why wouldn't you? It's SEC approved. So in its August 11 prospectus with the SEC, Valkyrie said its Bitcoin Strategy ETF would offer indirect exposure to the crypto asset with cash-settled futures contracts. The contracts will be purchased using a Cayman Islands-based subsidiary wholly owned by the fund, with exchanges registered with the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC. So the deadline for the SEC to officially approve Valkyrie's application is October 25th. So right now, it is 7:01 a.m., November 16th, East Coast time in America. All right? So they have until the 25th, okay, to officially approve by the 25th. But this could be extended to December. Okay, so the federal agency is currently considering applications for Bitcoin Futures ETF from VanEck, ProShares, Invesco, and others. Many. We've read them all here, so we don't have to get into it. But do you understand? It's not approved yet. It's not approved yet. All right. But the NASDAQ has said, look, yeah, when you guys are approved, come on over, join the party, join the team, join the club. Okay, so that's what's going on with Valkyrie. Now, let's go to the other American one. Bang! ProShares follows Valkyrie in approval for listing Bitcoin Strategy ETF. All right. So, these guys have done the same thing that I just read to you. Well, let's read it first, because this one's slightly different. So let's read it and then I'll explain. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has accepted the registration request for ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, with the shares to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange ARCA. You get it? So they've accepted their application to be listed. Okay, it's not approval of an ETF yet. They're saying you can be listed. So these guys here, Valkyrie, they want to be listed on the Nasdaq, right? And these guys over here, ProShares, looks like these guys want to be part of NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so they've applied for listing. And the SEC has accepted, wait, where was it? I just banged it. Has accepted them to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And what this story should say is pending approval. Okay, pending approval. So on October 15th, notice, according to an October 15th notice from the SEC, the agency has accepted the registration of securities from ProShares Trust Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, which offers exposure to crypto assets with futures contracts. In addition, ProShares filed a post-effective amendment prospectus, which states its ETF could launch as early as October 18th. So that's on Monday, right? Which is just a prospectus saying, well, we could launch, pending approval. Doesn't mean they have been approved, pending approval. The assets will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange ARCA should the SEC officially approve the application. So they'll be on the New York Stock Exchange if approved. Okay, don't listen to these crypto nerds. I know they got you all excited today. Oh, man, we got it. We did the ETF. It ain't got it yet. We're not approved yet. Everyone's hoping for approval, so they're already getting their listings ready, lined up for approval. But officially, there is no approved Bitcoin ETF in America yet. Get it? All right. Bloomberg analyst James Seifert reported that ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF would be listed with the ticker symbol BITO with 95 basis points. Right? So they're just getting themselves set up because they believe they're going to be approved this week. You think they're going to be approved, Shomari? I think so, too. I think so. Big Brain's already said, Gary Gensler, the head of the chairman of the SEC, has already said that he looks forward. He looks forward to a Bitcoin ETF which holds Bitcoin futures contracts in it. And so, Shmore, you think it's going to be approved? I do think it's going to be approved. So we have an ETF then? Not yet. Just because I hope it's approved, well, it doesn't mean it's approved. And it doesn't mean it's going to be approved. We have to wait until it is approved. You know what I'm saying? It's like a football game. My favorite sport in the world, NFL, American football, right? Yeah, well, motherfucker. One team might be winning by 4 points. There's only 3 seconds left on the clock. The other team is way in their own zone. And you think, this game's over, right? This game is fucking over. Well, there's still 3 seconds on the clock, isn't it? Yeah, well, the game isn't fucking over, is it? Yeah, but the other team is winning. Yeah, winning. But they haven't won. Not until there's 3 zeros on the clock. And so you know how it goes here in America, here in American football. Well, bang, the team gets the ball. Everybody, all the wide receivers run down the field, and they do what's called a Hail Mary pass. Here in America, in the football, it's called Hail Mary pass. In other words, you just tell your guys, look, you run to the left side or the right side of the end zone, and I'm just going to chuck it in there. And let's hope one of you guys come down with the ball. It's called a Hail Mary pass. Oh, yeah. 3 seconds left. You're down by 4 points. You need a touchdown to go up because a touchdown is 6 points. So, bang, hurt. Quarterback gets the ball. Backs up. Everyone just starts running to the end zone. You know what I'm saying? They all just start running to the end zone, and the quarterback just goes, fuck it. Wham! Throws that ball up there. All right? The ball takes about 4 seconds just to fly in the air to get to the end zone. Well, depending how far you are, right? And, if his man comes down with the ball, he wins. Well, that team wins. The team wins. if that team's guys can't catch the ball, well, the other team wins. And so what I'm trying to say to you is, nothing is over until it's over. Hey, nothing is fucking over until it's over. And that's why I like using sports analogies, because they explain things so perfect. And that's what this is like. Yeah, we're at the end of the game. The SEC it went through its 240-day thing for a couple of these things. And so by next week, yes, they're going to give verdicts. Either prove, disapprove, or do nothing. But that's next week. There's still 3 seconds on the clock. Oh, we're close. This game is almost over. Oh, fuck yes. Bang! And I think we're going to get it. But thinking you're going to get it and getting it are two different things. You know what I'm saying? There's still 3 seconds on the clock, boys and girls. I know, I don't want to bring you down. I want you to be happy. And so I do want you to be happy because, and I'm going to say it this way, why I want you to be happy is that, of course, I think these are going to be approved. Big Brains Gary Gensler already said it. He said, yeah, I look forward to an ETF with Bitcoin futures contracts inside. And so that's what we have coming up next week. And so, Shomari, do you think it's going to be approved? I'm leaning that. I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's use that. I'm cautiously optimistic. But until approval, game ain't over. All right? All right. So, I could come in here and just bullshit you and tell you, guys, we're in. But I don't lie to you guys, right? So, don't worry. We'll be in next week. When we're in, we'll party here. We will fucking party. All right? So, the potential pro shares listing comes following the firm applying to withdraw its application for the Ether one. All right, that was the Ether one. So, bang. So, the same story, this pro shares one is the same story as this one, as the Valkyrie one. They've been approved for listing pending approval of their SEC application. If your SEC application is approved, all right, Valkyrie, bang. We will accept you. We will list your ETF on the Nasdaq. And over here, pro shares. All right, pro shares. If you are approved by the SEC, then bang, we'll let you in our New York Stock Exchange. Okay, that's what happened today. Approval for listings, not approval from the SEC. Okay, guys? Don't let these crypto guys, they're not smart. They don't know about markets. They know how to program computers. Believe me, trust me. Okay? I know about markets. All right, so you get it now. But you'd ask yourself, but Shomari, what the fuck? So what I'm telling you is I think we're going to get the ETF. Because the SEC, remember I read to you yesterday, right? The SEC, hold on. Wasn't it yesterday or the day before? Right. Yesterday, the SEC tweeted about, being safe when buying a Bitcoin ETF. Well, you're not going to tweet something like that unless you're going to approve something like that, right? Of course, that's still just speculation. Things happen in the world. Maybe they just don't approve it, and they say, well, we were just telling people. Okay, so we're waiting for hardcore approval. Okay, guys? But, Shomari, you think it's going to get approved? Of course. Why is the SEC tweeting shit like that for? Right? Do you get it? All right. And plus, Big Brains is Gary Gensler. He said it himself. I look forward to. Right? Not like, oh, yeah, well, I'll check it out. No, he said, I look forward to. Well, a man doesn't say he looks forward to a piece of cake, and then he gets the piece of cake and doesn't eat it. I look forward to a juicy steak. And then you give him a juicy steak, and he's like, the fuck is this? No, he goes, yeah, this is what I've been looking forward to, and he eats it. So I think, so yes, I am super optimistic, actually. I'm not even going to say cautiously. A level above cautious, whatever that would be. That's how optimistic I am that, yes, we are going to get approval. But again, that's just hopium and optimism. Until we have it, well, we don't have it, do we? Until the game's over, well, you haven't won. Like in football, until it's over, you haven't won yet. All right. And then finally, bang, Jacobi Asset Management wins Bitcoin ETF approval in Guernsey. So this is the same sort of thing. they've gotten approval to list their thing, but they still need approval. I think it's from the FCA. That's the British version of the SEC. Okay? So you can see these things are all happening right now. I mean, this is a great week for us coming up. Like I said, I think approvals are going to come for the futures contract ones. You know, but life is strange, you know? I mean, thank God. Life is strange. You never know, right? You never fucking know. All right, so let's just check it out. Well, let me get a sip first. All right, so Bitcoin exchange-traded funds are popping up across the Atlantic. Newcomer digital assets manager Jacobi Asset Management said Friday that it won approval from regulators on the island of Guernsey to launch a physically backed Bitcoin ETF. So that's the other thing. This is a spot market ETF. Really, you know, these futures ETFs, they're not really going to change the price of Bitcoin. Like, I know the price of Bitcoin is flying lately, the past couple days here, few days here, because just because everyone can see like, oh, wow, you know, America's going to finally do one. But the underlying mechanics of a futures contract ETF doesn't actually raise the price of Bitcoin. It doesn't take Bitcoins off the market at all. It doesn't even invest in the fucking Bitcoins. It invests in futures contracts of Bitcoins. So it's a derivative of a derivative, right? And so it doesn't affect the price. So why are you so happy, Shomari? Well, because it still just gets soccer mom and dad into it. You know, they get to open up their E-Trade account. Yeah, go to their Nasdaq page. Bang. Buy it, all right? The soccer mom and dad are going to go over here. They're going to go to the Nasdaq. Bang. And they're going to have a nice ETF to buy. Or they're going to open up their New York Stock Exchange part of their E-Trade account. Bang. And be able to buy futures contracts there. So, futures, but ETF over Bitcoin ETF over there. And so it's not going to affect our prices yet. Well, not those futures at all. I mean, those ETFs with futures in it at all. But it gives exposure. You know that these companies are obviously going to advertise these on on TV. Yeah, it gets the word Bitcoin in people's heads. Crypto in people's heads. People start doing research. People start looking. Yes, people start buying. Yes, accumulating. Look! So it's all, it all benefits us in some way. But does this actually change the price? No. Not these. This guy's ones do. These guys' ones do. Whoops, sorry. This Jacobi one does because it's where is it? It's a physically backed Bitcoin ETF. In other words, yeah, they actually own the Bitcoin that are in that thing. In other words, taking them off the market. Right? That's really what we want. We want funds to come out that take these things off the market because once a fund owns an asset, yeah, well, they never sell it, do they? Right? Like I've told you guys this before. You have what's called a 401k for your retirement, right? Well, that thing that you have, that 401k, all it is a fund. That's all your fucking 401k is a fund. It's not something special. It's a fund and has a basket of assets in it. Google, Microsoft, Apple, Cisco, IBM, whatever. Boeing, Ford, whatever country you're in. It's got your country's stocks in it. Right? And you see those stocks that they have in that 401k of yours. Yeah, well, they don't sell them. They're not allowed, actually, unless they dissolve the fund. But all those kind of funds, well, think about your 401k. You got it when you were, I don't know what, when you leave university, about 24, 25 years old. Yeah, and you have it until, well, if you stay at the same company and shit, until you're 65. That's 40 years. That means those assets, those stocks have been in that fund for 40 years and never bought more, never sold more. They've just been hodled. Right, that fund has just been holding those assets for all those years. And that's what's going to give us the true growth in this market. Like I told you, a market is like this. All the in and out, all the Dow up 100, Dow down 100. Yeah, that's 1/4 of your market. The most of your market, the majority of your market are funds. Yeah, you guys, your 401ks or mutual funds or retirement savings funds or kids' college savings funds, blah, 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 blah. Fund. Yeah, well, all those funds own the assets, and those assets are now off the market. You see what I'm saying? So, for instance, something like, let's look at something like Microsoft. Microsoft might have 1 million shares, technically circulating supply. Yeah, but 500,000 of those are in funds. So technically, they're not really circulating, are they? They're bought and hodled. So the true number of real circulating stocks you could buy at Microsoft is really 500,000, because the other 500,000 are all owned by the funds, and the funds don't sell them, right? Usually, I mean, if it's an actively managed fund, all right, that's different, but most are not. They're passive funds. They just buy it, hodl it. And good luck that those stocks grow or not for you. All right, so I want you to understand a little bit about funds. So this is what we need. And so I guess let's get back to this is we need physically backed ETFs. In other words, these guys, they bought ETFs. They are literally physically backed. So they bought them, they hodl them, and those those Bitcoins are never going to get sold again. Yeah, they're off the market now permanently. Well, unless the fund dissolves and sells them and puts them back in the market. But funds usually don't dissolve. They usually last forever because they just make money just sitting there, right? You know, but they do go under sometimes. I mean, I'm not going to bullshit you. I mean, if it were that easy money, everyone would be a fund master. Okay, so that's what we need. We need physically backed ETFs. And so, which will actually raise the price. These futures ETFs that we have that we're going to allow here in America, they're good. They're all right. But they're not going to raise our price. They are going to raise interest, which will raise prices. People come in. But the actual futures themselves are not going to raise the price. I know, it's complicated shit, right? Markets, man, fucking complicated. Yeah, well, I've been doing this for a little bit, so to me it's normal. But I know it's complicated crap. Don't worry, you're here with me. I'll explain it. All right, let me have a sip. So the news comes as U.S. investors await the fate of a spate of Bitcoin futures-linked ETFs from the SEC. With Bloomberg reporting that their approval is imminent, the crypto markets are rallying, with Bitcoin leading the way. Exactly. You know, even Bloomberg is cautiously optimistic. But again, until approved, it's not approved yet. All right? It's like the football game. There's 3 seconds left. Game ain't over. But our team is down 4 points. Yeah, well, there's still 3 seconds on the fucking clock. Well, you all know what I'm saying. You Americans who watch American football, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Tom Brady launches that motherfucker out there. Bang! His guy catches it. Game over, fuckstick. And he's done that many times to people. He breaks the hearts. He's broken the hearts of many fans. All right, let me show you this. Or like Michael Jordan back in the days. Michael Jordan, his team would be down by 2 points. There's 3 seconds left on the clock. Everybody in the stadium knows who's about to get the ball. Motherfucking Michael Jordan. Everybody knows. The other team knows. His team knows. The fans in the stands know. The people at home, we know. We all know who's going to get it. And you got to stop him. You have to stop him. And do you know how many times he's broken so many hearts? He's destroyed the hearts of fans around the world because there'll be 1 second left on the clock. He rises up for a three-pointer. Swish. Clock goes to 0. Game over, fuckstick. I'm Michael motherfucking Jordan. Game ain't over till it's over, right? Kobe Bryant used to do that shit, right? Yeah, 3 seconds left. That's plenty of time. For those guys, yeah, that's too much time. All right? Hell, don't let there be 5 or 10 seconds left. You're really fucked. All right, so look, guys, let's go. Jacobi plans to list the ETF. It's funny. There's a Michael Jordan documentary. It's called Above the Rim. If you watch that, and they show pictures of the fans, right, when there'd only be like 5 seconds left, 3 seconds left, and you can see them. Michael Jordan gets the ball, and you see like little old ladies putting their hands on their heads, like, "Oh no, not Michael!" You see grown men putting their hands in their heads. Oh, I don't even want to watch. You know, they don't even want to watch. And then Michael does what he does. Look. Slaughters those fools. All right, guys, let's go. So it's called Above the Rim. Check that shit out. That's a good documentary about Michael Jordan. And especially that part I love the most. And they say, like, he's broken the hearts of so many people over the years. You know, we always have joy. Man, Michael Jordan, he was the best, you know, all that. Yeah, well, think about the people on the other end of that. Yeah, the fans of the teams he's crushed. Think about Tom Brady. Think about all the fans of the teams he's crushed. Yeah, there's 2 sides to every coin, right? Tom Brady and Jordan, you know, broken a lot of hearts. Same with Kobe. All right, guys, but let's get back to this. That's why I love sports, baby. It ain't over till it's over, fuckstick. Ain't over till it's over. All right, so Jacobi plans to list the ETF on the CBOE Europe, pending further regulation. So again, this is the other ETF everyone was talking about today. Pending regulatory approval. It is not approved yet. Whoops, sorry. It is approved to be listed in, where is this place called? I've never even heard of this place. It's approved to be listed on the island of Guernsey, but that's pending approval. You know, that's pending the regulatory approval. So that, again, Guernsey is saying the same thing that the New York Stock Exchange is saying to ProShares, and the same thing that the Nasdaq is saying to Valkyrie. If you are approved, we will gladly list your product. Okay, do you get it? So the Jacobi Bitcoin ETF will only be open to institutions when it launches. The ETF carries a 1.5 management fee, brochure said. And, this is the other big one about it, though. Fidelity Digital Assets will be the custodian of the fund's Bitcoin, a press release said. A spokesperson for Jacobi. All right, bang! So, another fund coming out, but the same thing. They've been approved for listing on this island of Guernsey. Oh, here it is. So, Guernsey, bang, has approved them for listing, pending approval. In other words, you get approved, come on over. We'll list your shit. No problem. So that's what happened today, guys, all right? All right, let's get to the shout-outs. Bang! What we got here? Akalapa Olawale. Akalapa Olawale. Never but the sheep of the bang. Flora says car. Never but the sheep of the bang. Airdrop, son of a bitch. Bang. 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 Yes. You know what just happened. I got you wrong, Cash. But we are almost close now, Ronkes, aren't we? You feel it now. I mean, we've been feeling it for a while. I mean, you're a master too, you know, but we really are starting to feel it now, aren't we? Love you, brother. See you, brother. No savior. Master. Market master. Bang! Yes, he knows what I'm talking about. Woo! Victor. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! Bibatu Chaikma. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! Chief of Izao, the Paskuyaki tribe. V-Chain masters, V-Chain holders, V-Chain killers. Tool masters. Love you, Chief. See you, Chief. Bang! Look, Universal Misanthrope. Holding down the insurgency in Central Europe. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! Biniam. Oh, yeah, Biniam. So this is what we just talked about, Biniam. Biniam all day was just freaking out about all the ETFs. Biniam. Connecting the dots. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang! CB News. Yes, Biniam. Jacobi Asset Management receives approval to launch world's first Tier 1 Bitcoin ETF? Yes. They haven't received approval to launch it. That's what these fucking crypto nerds are fucked up. They've received approval to be listed if they are approved. Right? So, bang. If they're approved, then they get to launch. So, that's how that goes. All right, Grudgestable. Lever by the sea, the bang. Mr. President spoke. Yes, I did. Bang. Slappy, holding down the insurgency in North America, up in the Great White North in Canada, my home country. Wow, where I grew up. I was born here in America, but so I'm a Canadian at heart. Lever by the sea, brother. Bang. Bitcoin Kong. Wow. Yes. Lever by the sea, brother. Bang. What's he saying? Look about. Yeah, well, whatever he's saying, look about. All right. Look. Bang. Oh, Grunstable went full. Bang. All right, Grunstable. Bang. There we go. We're just banging all over the place tonight. Let's do it. All right. Got some miscreants. Look, check them out. Mr. Wobie. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got that good portfolio. Good stuff. Oh, you talked to me in the comments the other day, Mr. Wobie. Yes. Quality portfolio. Yeesh. I don't know about that piece. But look, you'll make up for the losses with all the gains you make from all the other stuff you got there, brother. Lever by the sea, brother. Bang. Robbie Hardaway. All right, not tonight, guys. He's been with us so long, he's in black and white. Lever by the sea, brother. Bang. You saw how he helped us get the newspapers, the printing press, daggone. Radster, 1975, holding down the insurgency in Eastern Europe. Lever by the sea, brother. Bang. Binium. And this is the regular Binium. Look. Bang. All right. Lever, brother. All right. That's everybody. Oh, Kong's got a piggy wiggy. All right. Let's see what he's talking about. CB News. Yes, Kong. Look, piggy wiggy. You know how we do around these parts. Fuel up miscreants. You too, fucksticks. Bang. You tell them, Kong. You tell those fucksticks and miscreants. Boom. Valkyrie Nasdaq listing is approved. The listing is approved. Boom. ProShares listing is approved on the New York Stock Exchange. Boom. And Jacobi asset is approved in Guernsey, or whatever that country was. Boom. All pending approval. Boom. And if you listen to this channel and you pay close attention and you fill your portfolio with a working product, your portfolio is going to look like boom. There you go. Bang. You tell them, Kong. Good. Not everybody. Oh, there's Banks. Look. Lever with the sea with the bang. There's the enforcer. Andrew Macheda, what are you trying to sell, fucker? Settle down. The juice is worth the squeeze. Hodl. You tell him, Andrew. Bang. And finally, abundantly made. Lover, brother, see brother, and the boy. The child, the kid. Lover, brother, see brother. Bang. All right, let's get back to the Death Star. Bang. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, I felt the need to just clear all that up for you guys today. I felt the need to, it was a big ETF thing day today, and I know a lot of these tech nerds, crypto nerds are running around like, yay, we did it. We didn't do anything yet. A bunch of ETFs have been approved to be listed pending approval of their applications by their local authorities. So let's go into it. Valkyrie ETF Nasdaq listing is approved. The listing is approved pending SEC approval. So if the SEC next week says, yeah, Valkyrie, we approve you, bang, the NASDAQ says, all right, here you go, buddy. We've already approved you to list your thing. Go for it. Come on. Join the party. And that's the same with ProShares. ProShares Bitcoin listing has been approved by the New York Stock Exchange, pending approval by the SEC. So same thing. The New York Stock Exchange has told ProShares, look, brothers.
Oh, yeah.
You get approval by the SEC? Come on in. Join the party. That's what happened today. And then finally, again, Jacobi Assets Manager has been approved by the island of Guernsey, or whatever the hell. I didn't write it down properly. Well, I did, but it's scribbled, so I can't read it. Have been approved by the island of Guernsey to list their Bitcoin ETF on the island of Guernsey, pending approval. If you're approved, yes, you can list it here with us. So I just wanted to clear that all up for you guys. Shomari, what do you mean we're not going to get it? I didn't say that. I think we're fucking going to get approved. I mean, Gary Gensler said, I look forward to receiving applications with Bitcoin futures contracts in it, right? He said, I look forward to it. So I don't see any reason why we're not going to get these approved next week. But I just want you to understand something, that we are not approved yet. Okay, let's stay realistic. We're not approved yet. Are the chances of approval good? I mean, it doesn't get better than the guy saying, I look forward to it. But are we approved yet? No. So, just keep everything in perspective. Yeah. So are we going to get approval, though? I think next week, Monday, Tuesday, we are going to get approvals. I'm cautiously optimistic. And when we do, if and when we do, wow. You can see what the market's doing already. This is just on rumors, right? We were at 40-something thousand on the Bitcoin last week. Yeah, we're already at 61.5 today. Yeah, that's just on the rumor that we'll get this ETF. Yeah, well, wait till this fucking thing gets actually fully, officially approved. $70,000, $80,000 Bitcoins.
What, Shomari?
Fuck yes, brothers and sisters. Fuck yes. I think so. I mean, we're already at 61, so 70 is not that big of a deal. Especially, Bitcoin goes up and down $3,000-$4,000 a day sometimes. So 70 ain't a big deal. It's the 80 that I'm really excited about. Maybe $80,000 Bitcoins. So, but that's what I think. I think next week we get approval, and fuck. And so I should say this, when Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. So if there's anything you want out there, you better buy the shit out of it this weekend. Accumulate this weekend. Because if that thing's approved, boom, this whole market is going to fly. And something that was $1 yesterday, by the end of next week, it might be $5. You see what I'm saying? So if you've got any money, you got some pocket change, I mean, you dig into your couch and get all the change out of there you can or whatever. You take that paycheck this week and you accumulate. As we get approved. Astronomical gains. We are going to experience astronomical gains. Let me put it that way. So look, I will see y'all tomorrow. So let's leave it on that note. Astronomical gains next week, folks. So buy this week. Whatever it is you want to get, you fucking get it. Don't skimp. Don't, I'll buy it next week. No. This weekend, folks. This weekend. Because if there's approval, holy, this market. Look, I tell you right now, if we get approval, $4 trillion market cap. Bah!
What, Shomari?
You'll see. Easy. That's not even like a thing. That's easy. I mean, we're already at 2.5, so let's get real. Oh, yeah, but if we get an ETF, $4 trillion. Bang! By end of the week. We're close to it. You'll see. All right, so on that note, let's chill it. Let's kill it. Let's get you back to your wives and lives. Look, subscribe below, press the bell. You get an automatic notification when I do the show. The greatest show on earth. Daggone, the greatest show in the fucking multiverse. Look, my name's Shomari Clarke. I love talking money. Bang, love talking crypto. Bang, this is the favorite time of my day. So look, thanks for having me home, especially with days like this. So thanks for having me home, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another fun fact-filled day of Crypto Talk. Until then, subscribe here and press the bell. Watch that video there and get your mind right. And I'll see y'all later. My name is Shomari Clarke. I'm always watching our money. And look, rest assured, brothers and sisters, I am always on duty. Bye. Yes. Over and out.